It all began with the Monte Carlo Casino. When Monaco's leaders decided to abolish income tax, they turned this glittering palace of chance into their lifeline, a gamble that paid off spectacularly. $1 billion in stolen art, yachts worth more than $100 million, villas that rent for $100,000 a night. It sounds unreal, but in Monaco, that's just the baseline. Behind the dazzling lights of the French Riviera lies a secretive world built on wealth, power, and silence. Here, a whisper can move markets, a glance can seal $1 billion deal, and every party feels more like a royal summit than a social event. Monaco isn't just a location, it's an ecosystem of influence, discretion, and unimaginable fortune. A sovereign playground where the global elite come not merely to live, but to disappear in plain sight. Every square meter gleams, surveilled and secure, reserved for those whose lives exist beyond ordinary limits. From a bankrupt microstate to a billionaire's haven, this is the story of how Monaco became the ultimate retreat of the world's elite. In the mid-1800s, Monaco was on the brink of collapse. Then came a radical idea: open a grand casino and attract Europe's richest travelers. The Monte Carlo Casino became an overnight phenomenon, drawing aristocrats, bankers, and royalty from across the continent. Within decades, Monaco reinvented itself. It wasn't just tax-free, it was temptation embodied. But the transformation wasn't only financial, it was cultural. The principality wrote its own laws, crafting them to protect the privacy of its newfound aristocracy. Celebrities, moguls, and monarchs could live in absolute comfort, free from public scrutiny. Monaco didn't just sell beauty, it sold invisibility. By the early 20th century, the city had become Europe's sparkling jewel. Then, in 1956, came the moment that defined its modern legend: the marriage of Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III. Hollywood met high royalty, and suddenly, Monaco wasn't just wealthy, it was iconic. A kingdom of charm and secrecy, where glamour became a national identity. The Billionaire's fortress. Today, Monaco is less a city, more a citadel of power. Its 2 square kilometers contain more luxury than entire nations. Here, freedom is bought, privacy is inherited, and status is absolute. Monaco's population is tiny, but its net worth is astronomical. Among its residents are some of the most influential billionaires on Earth. Shanu Hinduja, worth $19.5 billion, global banking heir and financier. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, $16.4 billion, industrialist and sports magnate. Stefano Pessina, $11.8 billion, the mastermind behind a retail empire. Eden Ofer, $9.4 billion, shipping magnate with influence across the seas. Dmitry Rybolovlev, $6.8 billion, fertilizer tycoon and art collector. The Rubin brothers, $15 billion, quiet giants of global real estate. They form Monaco's inner circle, the architects of a hidden society that shapes markets and defines the meaning of modern luxury. Their reach extends far beyond this coastline. These gatherings aren't just social, they're strategic. Helicopters land on rooftops. Pop legends perform for a few dozen guests. Menus are crafted by Michelin-starred chefs, and every guest list is tighter than a royal seal. Politicians, celebrities, tycoons, and kings. Every encounter has a purpose. Empires are built between courses. Deals are toasted over caviar and cristal. One venue reigns above all: Villa Leopolda, a palace suspended above the Riviera. In 1988, it hosted one of the most extravagant private events in history. Imported tulips from Holland, orchestras flown in, gifts so rare they became artifacts. Phones were confiscated at the gate. The villa became a symbol of what Monaco truly represents, opulence that exists beyond the reach of normal imagination. Power beneath the champagne. Behind the laughter and music, these parties are engines of power. Deals are drafted, alliances formed, corporations traded like cards. In a country where cameras are banned and silence is contractual, influence is currency. Art is exchanged, courts are leased, football clubs change ownership, all within this invisible circuit of privilege. In Monaco, money isn't the ultimate status symbol. Access is. To lose it is social death. Break the rules, and you're out. Forever. But even in paradise, cracks appear. Russian billionaire Dmitry Rybolovlev trusted Swiss art dealer Yves Bouvier to curate his collection. What followed was a $1 billion art deception that sent shockwaves through Monaco's elite. Court documents, leaked messages, and whispers of judicial manipulation exposed a darker truth. Even in this polished enclave, power could be corrupted. Resignations followed, and the illusion of perfect control fractured. Suddenly, the question echoed through penthouses and palace halls alike. Who's really untouchable? Even the monarchy hasn't been immune. Prince Albert II faced multiple paternity allegations that briefly pulled the palace into public view. For a dynasty built on discretion, it was a rare moment of exposure. Behind closed doors, loyalties shifted, fortunes moved. The elite's grip on secrecy grew tighter than ever. The oligarch exodus. For years, Russian oligarchs had treated Monaco as a sanctuary, a safe harbor for billions. But after the 2022 invasion of Ukraine, that changed. Monaco froze assets, grounded yachts, and blocked transactions. The message was clear. Not even the ultra-rich were beyond consequence. The ripple effect was enormous. Empty villas, silent marinas, and financial shockwaves that reminded the world that even paradise has boundaries. Hosting a party here isn't just expensive, it's astronomical. Luxury villa rental, $100,000 per night. Private super yacht for a weekend, $1 million plus. Live artist performance, up to $5 million. Security and event staff, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Custom guest favors, minimum $10,000 each. Every detail is tailored for awe. Flowers flown in from Japan, ice sculptures glowing with embedded LEDs, and perfumes custom-made to match the night's mood. Because in Monaco, luxury is expected, but astonishment is mandatory. Monaco isn't merely a backdrop for wealth. It's a fortress of silence, a sovereign bubble where discretion is the highest currency and legacy the ultimate goal. Here, power doesn't scream, it whispers. And beneath every champagne glass raised in celebration lies a silent pact to protect a life